Happy Monday. Welcome back. I just came back from vacation, guys, and I feel so rejuvenated and ready to jump in and get back with you guys. If you're new here, I'm Evie, owner and creative director of Evielutions Design, where I help businesses with web design, graphic, and printing. Okay, so we have been doing quite a bit of like boutique style websites recently. And so a hot topic has been, figuring out what online payment processors to use. And as we all know, opening your online store is super exciting, but not so exciting is figuring out the nuances of how to get paid over the internet. So a critical part of opening an online business and staying open requires understanding how payment processing works and deciding which software or third-party processor best suits your needs. After all, what's the point of owning and operating a business if the critical part of the transaction, which is being paid, isn't functioning? So as usual, let's jump right into it. Okay, so let's talk about what actually a payment processing company or payment processor is. It's basically a business that allows you to accept payments and processes these payments for you. Sometimes a payment processor will bundle this service with a point of sale system, but that's not always the case. So today, what I really want to focus on is how to differentiate payment processors. There are like several features that will help you weigh the pros and cons of each online payment processor. And so I'm going to jump into some of those features. The first one that we're going to talk about is pricing. Which transactions incur a fee? These are questions that you're going to want to ask. So for example, if you manually input a credit card, is that a separate fee from when someone actually swipes a credit card? And this is pertains more to payment processors that have your in-store POS in addition and also supply your online payment processor. You also want to ask, are there chargeback costs? Are there minimum limits? These are important questions to ask that pertain to pricing. The next area is flexibility. So do customers have choices when they go to pay for your product? What are the terms of service, and could they potentially interrupt your business? Does this payment processor make it easy to complete a transaction on all platforms? So whether your end user is using a Windows or iOS, these are important questions to make sure there's no interruption with processing a sale. Next is functionality. So does this payment processing software or platform integrate well with your business and your website? You have to put those two together because you want to make sure that it meets all of your business needs and your website needs. Is it something that you can use with like minimal issues? How long does it take to process a transaction? And when is your money deposited into your account? The next section is security. This is really important, and most payment processors have their own requirements that you have to have in place before you're even able to use them. But you do want to make sure that they offer like fraud protection. Are those payments secure? Is the customer information secure? Does this business make my customers feel safe and secure? Next is features. So what else does this payment processor offer that sets them apart from the rest of the competitors? Maybe they have additional incentives that benefit your business. These are things that you want to look for. What does this business's customer service look like? Ooh, that is so important. I've dealt with plenty of payment processors that their level of customer service is just trash. And that's really important. When you're trying to get paid, you want a customer service that's going to go above and beyond for you. So that's really a key question to ask. Okay, so let's talk about some of the top payment processors. So the first one I'm going to jump into is merchant accounts. Okay, so one term you need to know before we discuss online payments is merchant accounts. So what is a merchant account? It's basically a type of bank account for businesses that allows them to accept and process electronic transactions. And so it's crucial for an online business. And although it often comes with like added fees, it also includes numerous services that makes doing business online easier and safer. Additionally, a merchant account offers extra layers of security for both the buyer and the seller. You can usually talk to your bank to see if they offer this. A lot of times they are set up to easily integrate with your website. So as I said it stated, a merchant account is usually through your bank institution. Next, we'll talk about third-party e-commerce platforms. So one of the appeals of listing your product or engaging in sales on an e-commerce platform is that the third-party platform is responsible for everything associated with the payment aspect of the transaction. So, for example, when you list a product on Etsy, you don't get to decide if you want to be paid via PayPal or Stripe or with a credit card. Instead, Etsy acts as an intermediate or partially makes that decision for you. They offer a limited number of ways for customers to pay for their purchase, and then in turn, Etsy ensures that you receive your money. With this, I'm actually going to dive a little bit more into these, like Etsy and these other platforms, a little bit more next week, but I just wanted to touch upon it a little bit today. Next, we're going to talk about Stripe. And it is unique in that this payment processor accepts transactions from around the world. In addition to, you can use Google Pay, Apple Pay, and MasterPass. And so Stripe is particularly well known for guaranteeing secure payment options and safely storing data. Stripe also offers in-store point-of-sale devices that allows you to sell in person as well as online, and they seamlessly integrate with one another. Stripe charges 2.9% of the online transaction amount plus like a 30-cent fixed fee, which that's kind of the common percentage you're going to see with most of these payment processors. So next, we have Square, which is really also popular too. And so Square offers ways to sell both online and in person, which makes it ideal for businesses who have a physical and online presence. So through Square's POS software, business owners can also perform business-related functions like managing inventory, making it an excellent option for those who are trying to consolidate all of their business-related actions into one software or platform. Additionally, Square offers several tools to help you grow your business, which may be appealing to entrepreneurs who are seeking to, like I said, consolidate tasks and responsibilities into like a few software programs as possible. They also charge 2.9% plus 10% fixed fee. So their fixed fee is a little bit lower than Stripe, but very comparable to each other. PayPal. We can't forget about PayPal. So although in my opinion, PayPal has fallen down the charts as an option for online payments, it is one of the oldest true and tried e-commerce payment solutions. And they offer a myriad of ways for customers to purchase a product. And so incorporating PayPal into your online payment structure allows you to accept credit or debit cards, pay later options. Like I think they have like pay in 4 or PayPal credit. And I think they also allow you to purchase through social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And so PayPal is fast, simple, and very familiar to most customers. However, PayPal does require a fee, and I think that ranges from 2.9% to 5% of the transaction amount, plus your 30 cents fixed fee. Additionally, PayPal has an inconsistent track record when it comes to customer support. So remember how I talked about how important it is to have great support. So though their buyer protection is excellent, their seller's protection leaves something to be desired, particularly when it comes to like issuing refunds. So, which payment option is right for you? At the end of the day, the right payment processing plan is the one that ensures a smooth transaction for both you and your customer. And I only talked about like 3 payment processes in this video, but there are so many to choose from, and each with their own benefits and drawbacks. So while the list of options for how to accept payment online payments continues to grow and evolve, you can narrow down your choices by exploring the most popular options and determining which of those make it the easiest for your customers to pay, and in turn for you to pay your bills. So ultimately, it pays, pun intended, to do your research and determine which processor is going to be the best match for how and to whom you envision selling your products to. Okay. So, like I said, next week we're going to dive a little bit more into third party payment processor platforms like Etsy, as we mentioned earlier, because I know there are a lot of product based businesses and these are the platforms they're using. So I wanted to go a little bit more deeper into those as well. So as usual, have a blessed week and I will see you guys next week. Bye.